What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Probably mostly gentlemen. This is Never Fail, and I'm bringing you some more Call of Duty Ghost commentary. We playing on the map Whiteout, which is my favorite map, using the K7, I believe it is IMS Sentry Gun and Battle Hind, Super Battle Hind, as the kill streaks, and something catastrophic almost occurred before I started this commentary. I almost started doing this commentary without bringing my Red Bull in from outside, or in to the car from inside. Oh, that would have been catastrophic to say the least. But Blueberry Red Bull gonna keep pumping this product until they endorse me. Fun day shot, endorse Never Fail. Nah, I'm just kidding. But topic of conversation for the video. Well, you know, it's gonna sound contradictory because I've often said that KD does not matter when you're playing domination. I'm a firm believer that it does not in fact matter all that much. Now, with that said, KD, not a big deal. Cap's more important. But you have to be able to kill some motherfucking people. I mean, damn. This game right here, probably my best game as far as overall combination of playing the objective, going hard, and look at that shit. We have 12 points. They have 16 or some shit, and I get all three of my streaks. But my best game as far as going hard on the objective and just absolutely murking the other team, and I do slaughter them pretty badly, and I get a whole lot of kills. Nice jump, buddy. But I get a whole lot of kills, a whole lot of caps, and I fucking lose the game. Now I'm gonna give I'm gonna give a couple of my teammates some credit here because they did get 18 caps between them. It was some split screeners. Gotta love having those split screeners on your team. But my team consisted of S Country Boy, who's a buddy of mine, not too good at the game. I tell him all the time, you know, he can't rush around a whole lot. Reaction time's not there. That's cool. We have a role for him when we're playing in larger parties as far as what he does, and it helps the team. But it can be pretty bad when the rest of the team's pretty fucking terrible. Had level 7 split screeners, and I had a level 1, I believe it was, on my team this game. Now the split screeners did get 18 caps, but they also combined to go like 10 and 80. You got to be able to kill more than that. I mean, KD is not overly important, but when you're going that negative, you're feeding the other team streaks. And when you're feeding the other team streaks, bad things happen to the players on your team that aren't bad. And I'm not saying I'm good at the game, great at the game, nothing like that, but I had a damn good game this game and we lost. You've got to be able to kill some people, if for no other reason than to get defends. If you can pull like a .75, hell, even a .75. You can pull a .75 while capping 10 flags. I'd like to have you on my team. Chances are, with 2 or 3 people like that, and then 1 or 2 slayers, and then somebody like myself, we're not going to lose too many games. And that's one thing I've enjoyed seeing playing in a nice jump with the shotty. Been playing in a full party on PS4, and I'm gonna panic knife upload a video from a gameplay we played on there where we spawn trap. But one thing I've enjoyed seeing whenever we're playing in a full party, because these are actually people I don't necessarily personally know, I just know I know them from playing with them, is when shit hits the fan and we're in a tough game, they jump on the flag. They don't hide. They care more about the win-loss ratio, and when you get people like that, it definitely makes it too damn easy. But at the same token, this game right here was a prime example of why not necessarily the KD matters, but the ability to kill and not just get absolutely shit on, as Never Fails going in dry, rah, bitches, but not get shit on matters to a degree. Like I said, you can have a sub 1 KD, but going 7 and 40 something, feeding the enemy team streaks, you're not killing them, so you're not getting any defends. If you're not getting any defends, it's harder to hold the flags, and it puts a whole lot of strain on me. And I was trying to shoulder the load. Don't mistake that at all. I was definitely trying my damnedest to shoulder the load. We can't even hold home flag, but I was trying to shoulder the load, make magic happen with teammates that were less than stellar. And I can respect the fact they were jumping on flags, but I definitely need them to be able to kill to a degree as well. Now, hopefully, as they continue to learn the game and learn the maps, they'll learn all the tricks of the trade. And I put my sentry gun in a terrible spot there. Just absolutely terrible. And now we're getting triple capped, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm going in dry, teammates. I need help. Help! But I just wanted to upload this game so I can show you that it really does matter to be able to get some kills. Mainly for defend reasons, nothing else. Just for defense reasons, you need to be able to kill the enemy team, get them off the flag without them capping it. Other than that, couldn't complain with how my teammates played as far as they were aggressive as hell in regards to getting the flags. They really were, and I can respect that, and I've really enjoyed that because the game wouldn't have been close at all if it had not been for their 18 caps. And I can't remember what Steven or the other person on our team had. I'm sorry, I can't recall. But I know between 3 of us, and I think there was only 5 on our team, but between 3 of us we had 29 caps. And that's pretty damn good. But it wasn't enough because the other team was capping just as hard, but they were better at killing than my team was. So that's where we run into the situation that we run into, and I never saw that dude on the ground. But that's how you run into a situation like this, is if both teams are going to play the objective equally hard, then you want to have the better slayers on your team. Now, you don't have to. You certainly don't have to have the better slayers. And now we got the triple cap on. I'm like, okay, let's make a little comeback. And I think I'm a little premature in exploding my fucking C4 there. Oh, I sound hoard you. But if you have equal aggressive players, and I get panic knife, but if you have equally aggressive players on both teams, then you want the better slayers on your team because it's the way you're going to win the game. Now, had I had this same set of teammates with, say, kill whores on the other team that weren't aggressive toward the objective, we would have won this game fairly easily because we would have took A and B. I would have been murking them around the B flag the way I was at the start. And I think I'm already up to damn 40-something kills, but I would have been murking them at the B flag from the start, and they would have gone into a shell, played defensive, not tried to win the game, just tried to get their streaks and maintain their, stats, their KD, and we would have won very, very easily. Now, with that said, this wasn't the situation that I ran into in this game. I ran into a situation where the enemy team was aggressive as fuck, and they were just flat out better than everybody else on my team pretty much, as evidenced by the stats at the end, as you'll see. Now, does that matter? Yes, it fucking matters because you can't beat an aggressive team, and if I could have just killed the dog, I'd have been on it, but you can't beat an aggressive team with players that can't kill them. So that's when it actually comes in handy to have decent players, triple kill, to have decent players on your team that actually play the objective, That's when, the only time I'll say that KD absolutely matters per se, is when both teams are extremely aggressive toward winning the game. Then you want the better slayers, the better players on your team, because if not, you're going to lose. Because you're only one man and you can't defeat 6 people. And don't get me wrong, Infinity, and I almost fucked him up, but Infinity Ward made it much easier than Treyarch did for one man to try to shoulder the load on a team. But in domination, it's just not feasible for one man to do all of it. It just, I don't believe it can be done in domination. Now, you can be the difference. You can be the extreme difference maker, and you can be the reason your team is having a good game. Or, you can be the reason your team really stands a chance to win. Now, if you got 2 players that are both going in, like I personally feel if I'd have had Mercury Man on my team and along with the other 5 guys I had, or 4 guys I had, then we would have probably won this game because he's a pretty damn aggressive player, and he's fairly smart, and he's consistent, and he gets kills, and he doesn't mind jumping on flags, just like I don't. So you'll see me and him in a lot of videos, especially these games don't happen often, which was also on this map. He was pretty much beating me to the B flag whenever it got down to the nitty gritty and all that good stuff. So if we could have had 2 people like me and him shitting on the other team, because the other team wasn't great, don't get me wrong, they weren't, but they were better than pretty much the majority of my team when it came to the aggressive play style. Now, we could have gone back, some of my team could have went back in the shell, probably shit on some of these guys because they were that aggressive, but that does you no good in domination to go into a shell and try not to die a whole lot, because you need to be able to hold down the flags when the other team's this fucking aggressive. And basically the only way you're going to win a game when against a team that's this aggressive, if you don't have the better players, is to get lucky. Now, if you had the better players against a team that's this aggressive, you can get the 2 cap, and then you can kind of keep them from getting to it, especially on this map, because it's not hard to camp down A while at the same time holding down the overlook or holding down the B area, because there's very minimal ways to get to B, which always makes it easier for good players to stop bad players from taking the flag if they're aggressive, you know. But if you're not aggressive, it doesn't make two shits. But if you are aggressive, you definitely need to be able to kill on top of getting the caps. Otherwise, you'll see what we saw, you know, what happened here, which was pretty much a fucking merry-go-round of horse shit. We basically take the flag, die, and they take it back. Not much more I feel I could have done. I think I'm at 10 caps already, and it's a close game. And this guy, I never saw him. I was just shooting. Never really saw what I was shooting at. But yeah, if we could have had one more player, you know, decent player that was aggressive, I think we could have won this game. But at the end of the day, you know, you just got to tip your hat to the other team. They were better as far as the overall product of how you need to play in order to succeed in domination. They were better at playing that play style than the majority of my team was. And we lost. I mean, it happens. Like I said, sometimes you just got to tip your hat to the other team. They just outplay you. It happens. And at this point, you realize the game is pretty much fucking over because there's nothing we can do. I can't get to B. Can't hold it down. So I'm just chasing this dude down like, fuck it. Game's over. It doesn't matter if I get to B now. They still got the single cap. Getting the triple cap's pretty much not going to happen because of how aggressive they were. So, yeah, kills matter. KD doesn't necessarily matter, but being able to kill the enemy team does matter. I mean, look at my team. 7 and 20-something. 3 and 20-something. So they went 10 and 40-something. You got 14 and 15 with 4 caps. Not too bad. That I can live with. So, there you go. You got to have some kind of semblance in order to win. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.